Cause cake.
Okay, now we're gonna talk about abortion. Do men have a say so? Now, me personally, I feel that if you know you're gonna have one, what's the sense of bringing it up? If this is something that you already decided, what's the sense of even telling them if you're gonna abort the baby? What's the sense of it?
Now, when you say the sense of telling them,
Does
you
he
mean the sense of
deserve the
telling
right
him
to
that you're
know?
pregnant?
I mean, what's the sense of telling him anything if you know already, flat out, I'm getting an abortion?
What if you don't know that?
If you don't know,
What if you're trying to decide what you're going to do?
I think deep down you already know what you really want to do.
You do.
I think
That's
you
fine.
know
That's
whether
fair.
you want kids. I think you know whether if
You ready?
I already got this amount, I don't think I can take care of this one. This is not somebody that I really look forward to having a child with.
Okay, let's say this. Let's say that it's a couple, let's say it's a couple, and you're taking the proper precautions. You're using condoms. Both of you agree that you don't want children. The condom breaks. You both know that the condom broke. So you both know that a few weeks down the line, there's a possibility. Now, both of you agreed you didn't want any children. However, one of you is adamantly against abortion, and one of you is either on the fence or adamantly for
Choice.
yes or whatever. And now, what do? Do you discuss it? Do you not discuss it? If you're the one, as the woman, who is for pro-choice, or you want to stick with what you originally said, which is, I do not want kids under no circumstances, and the condom broke, so now where are we from here?
Can I sit in on this video discussion?
Absolutely.
Please come in, come join me. We have Miss
you're
Dottie
saying, so
coming in and join us.
Miss
Thank
Pleasing
you.
Plum, so you're
Thank
saying
you.
the man don't have to know if you already decided to know in your heart that you were gonna have an abortion.
What's
You
the
don't have
sense
to
of
know
telling
at
them?
all. I
If
don't
the
know how I
baby ain't
feel
gonna never
about that.
breathe, what's the sense of
I
telling
don't
them?
know how I feel about that, because some guys just want to know.
Okay, what do you think about
there
what
was a
this
child.
viewer said?
Well, I personally do believe that if I'm carrying the child and I have to go through the pain, that I have probably about 75% of the final decision.
I agree with that.
Because I'm going the 9 months. I'm going to be the person that's delivering the child
And legally responsible.
and
You the
legally
one.
responsible. How they say, mama's baby,
Daddy's baby.
You know, so if I'm, totally against, you said the husband is totally against abortion.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Or guy.
I feel that religiously does take a little bit of precedence, because religiously, I don't want to have an abortion, but I have been a person that had to make a decision like that, and the circumstances were different. But again, the dad wasn't going to be around. This is going to be my responsibility. I had to go those 18 years, so I made that decision.
All right, now question. This is my thing. If you know that he's totally against abortions, and you know that the condom broke, it's a possibility, both of y'all know, neither one of you wanted kids, and you know in your heart this is not what you want to do, this is the time not even to bring it up. Just go ahead and do it. Because what he don't know can't hurt him.
So are you saying lie to him? Because he knows the condom broke. So in a few weeks he gonna ask you, is everything okay?
You
So
take
do
care
lie?
of it before you can go get the morning after pill. You take care of it before it even
Sometimes
gets
that's
that far.
even got a percentage
Well,
of
I
it.
guess my concern would be, how long has he
I know
been
that from
around?
experience.
Now, if you guys have been around about 10, been dating probably about 5 or 10 years, you have a home together, joint accounts, that type of thing, and you know he's going to be there, I may take that chance and go with what he says. Two things will stop me. Another thing that will stop me is the fact that religiously I know that I don't want to have an abortion because I don't want to kill the child, and I'm for having the kid. But now, believe me, what Caucasians have been doing many years is having that child and giving them away.
But we ain't like that.
You
We
know,
can't bring them to
African
Earth.
Americans, we're a little bit different. If we went through that pain, we keeping our baby.
That's right.
See,
So-
I have to disagree with you, Miss Dottie, because me, I'm against it altogether.
Against abortion.
I am so against abortion.
I regret ever going through that process. But again, like I said, I was 16. I already had 2 kids I was dealing with. It was a different circumstance for me.
I know it's different. I know it's different situations where people feel like they may be for it, like one is rape.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't hold it against anybody if that's your choice. I'm not holding signs saying don't kill your baby. But me personally, that's something that I would never ever want to do. I would, even if I was raped, God forbid that ever happens to me. But even if I was, I really believe that I would have the baby. But I know I'm not walking in those shoes, so I can't really say. But I think I would have the baby and give the baby up rather than
and that's why I made that comment. You know,
that would be.
Well, you
I thought
my
standard when it comes looking for you.
Huh?
Well, you know, I thought. Well, you know what? You just have to deal with
that.
Yes,
because my whole thing is this.
What if it had a terrible life and said, "Where were you, Ma?"
If they had a terrible life and they said, where was I? I feel like if I gave you up, I had good reason to give you up because I think I would have treated you worse than the person that I thought would have treated you better. Because I was raped, I'm thinking that the man that raped me, I would see that in you, and I would be a terrible parent to you because of that. So I gave you to somebody who I thought would do a better job than me. So that would be my answer to that. I'm sorry that it happens, like, turns out that way. I'm so sorry, and, you know, please forgive me, but I thought I would have been a terrible parent to you, and that's why I made it.
Was best.
Right, and I wouldn't have ever thought about killing you. Ever.
It wasn't until I got older that I understand, wow, they gave their baby up for adoption. I didn't see it in the black community, but I see it in the white community. I thought it was such a wrong thing. Until I got older, I realized that maybe that was the right thing. I mean, even now, thank God, quote unquote, my girls came out to be okay. But they've seen me go through some stuff that if I had a baby at 35, would never see. You know, that baby at 35 probably would see me in school, working a good job, not seeing me on welfare, not seeing me going from hand to mouth, you know. But I just think that a guy should be open-minded on a decision because I think it's ultimately the woman's choice.
But you think he should still be on the decision, but he should be open-minded.
He should be open-minded. Maybe I would have the baby. Maybe I would take that chance and have the baby. But I just think I would love for him to give me the opportunity to say, hey, I don't know if I want this child or not. Now, I'm with you. As I'm older, no abortions, no. If I got pregnant now, I might end up having a baby. Lord knows I wouldn't know what to do with it. I probably have a nanny.
Against abortion, but I am pro-choice.
Give me my opportunity to have my choice. Let me have some time to think about
Even if what she chooses is abortion, I'm with her. Whatever. I hope it's not a frivolous thing like you got this person
using abortion as birth control,
drunk every weekend and she getting pregnant every other month.
And I had friends like that.
And I'm against that, but even then, I'm still trying to be pro-choice.
Because they should have one.
Listen, I had friends like that. Every time they messed up, they ran to preterm.
I think
they are. You know, and my biggest thing was, how can you live with
that?
Now,
I'm listening.
How can you live with that? It wasn't until I got older that I realized that you're actually killing somebody.
I gotta turn the
with your cute self.
Don't you say that until I turn the camera on you.
Oh, no.
She getting cute.
But it wasn't. I'm telling you, it wasn't until I got of age that I realized.
But you're cute.
That I excused myself. Yeah, I excused myself because I was such a young girl and I didn't know. But now that I'm older, and I think that I'm older, if I went and had an abortion, that would just be total selfishness.
It's in that gray coat.
Yeah, that'll be total selfishness on my part. You know, there are other options other than having an abortion. I mean, then I didn't know it. Then I felt alone. Then I felt afraid. You know, back then I was 16. But, you know, and I did it. And I tell you, to this day, I regret it. I always look at my daughters and I say, Dad, if I had that one more, what would it have been a boy? Would it have been a girl? Would they be in college?
Would they have been your movie star?
Would that have been, you know, I ask God to constantly forgive me because that's something that I live with. You know, and I'll tell you, it tore me up. I believe now at 40 that I should have had the faith that if he took care of me through those 2 girls, he would take care of me through one more. But I'm telling you, with the baby daddy,
you don't know that.
You know, with the baby daddy, it was just like, are we gonna be together? Is he gonna go somewhere? I'm struggling now. I barely got food to feed. It was a lot of issues, you know. But
you thought you would be responsible,
right? You know, I made that choice. He didn't want it to happen. I made that choice, you know, and I really, really, really regret it. I really do. I just think, you know, if the condom broke, then they need to spend a little bit more money on condoms.
One of my students told me that. She was an 8th grader. I said, Jackie, why you don't, how is it that you got pregnant? Well, Miss Bonner, condoms are so expensive.
Yeah.
And I'm like, baby,
they give them away.
But you know that maybe I should get on that and say something.
Let me tell you, when I had an abortion years ago, I could not hear anybody vacuum their room. If you turn the vacuum on,
no, because I got this. Just I don't want this to be seen.
It won't
because years ago when they did abortions,
the vacuum,
you had to be woke. You couldn't be put to sleep.
You couldn't get the sedation.
You could hear it.
Ooh.
You could see it.
Woo.
You knew when it. You could feel it.
That
I
is
felt the
rough.
baby come out of me. I watched it go into this little thing. It sounded like a heavy duty vacuum cleaner. If someone turned on a vacuum cleaner, I totally started crying. Wow. I'm telling you, the emotional effect that it had on me
just awful.
For 10 years after the abortion was unbelievable. I was totally paranoid that God would take my child away from me because I had killed one child. I mean, I went through a lot of stuff as a result of an abortion. Now, nowadays, new technology, you can be put to sleep, you never know it happened.
Yep.
You can walk away like, hey, I just killed the kid, so what? You know, but I'm not going to hold a sign outside of an abortion clinic and say don't do it because you don't know somebody's circumstances.
Yeah.
Right.
But I tell you, the effects, it was devastating to me. You know, and so right now I think maybe I could say that I'm against abortion unless circumstances, you know, were beyond your control. You know, but like I said, I used to look at Caucasians and say, boy, they had that baby, they get their baby away like it ain't nobody's business. But now I understand why.